Hello, crafty friends, and welcome to day 3 of my Crafty Advent Live 2025 series. My name is Alicia, but as always, you can call me Crafty Al. Welcome to everybody who is already over in that live chat. I tried to put some comments up on screen, but wow, those were flying. So if you haven't yet, make sure to say hi and where you're watching from over there. And if you're on replay, let us know where you're watching from down in the comment section below. Speaking of replay or here in the chat, make sure if you're here in the chat that you answer today's poll. And if you are here on replay, you're going to answer it. And when you'll answer the poll, give the video a thumbs up. Make sure in your answer you have the hashtag bonus. For every like this stream gets over the next 3 days, for every 100 likes, I will draw one name from those comments. So usually my live viewers do all the work. They get those likes pumped up during the live stream, and then they really fade off on the replay. So make sure, even my replay friends, that you're giving this video your stamp of approval and sharing it with a crafty friend, family member, coworker, frenemy, whatever you have. So today's poll. So don't forget, if you're here on replay, you're going to answer it and put hashtag bonus in your answer. Have you watched the kickoff video? All right. Yes, the full video, which is what everyone needs to do. Yes, you're partway done. It is a long one, so it might take a couple sessions or not yet. And if your answer is not yet, make sure to see the description box below, because that is going to give all the information on this series, on the giveaways, what the secret words mean. And while we're here live today, again, because of chat flies, if you have any questions that are specifically for me that only I can answer, please type question or Crafty Al in all caps in front of your message. That way, when I do get the chance to look over, those are easy for me to spot and I can star them for later. Now, I do have one type of question that I don't want you to ask over in the chat, because I won't answer them, my moderators can't answer them, and other viewers can't answer them. Don't ask if the secret word has been given, or mention anything about a bonus word you might have found, or where to find bonus words. Just because I want those of you who are watching the full videos all the way through to be the ones collecting those secret words for your giveaway entries. Again, I won't answer those questions. People in the chat won't answer them. So please just don't ask them. If you have like a question about exactly how they work, go ahead and feel free to reach out to me via email. My email address is always in the description box below. Now, if somebody does ask about the secret word or the bonus words over in the chat, you don't have to pile on them and say, don't ask. We'll just ignore it. And then when I get a chance to see it, I'll just quietly delete any that have that, or my moderators, if you just want to quietly delete any where people have asked about the secret words, but we don't need to pile on and start saying stuff to them. But yeah, that's just my reminder about that. All right. I did see that we started out today with a question, so I will answer that. And then we're going to try to get into open those advents, because I think yesterday it took me 40 minutes into the video before they were even open. So let's get into it. Catherine wanted to know, what are the sizes of the card panels I am using? Well, let's go overhead. So Catherine, I don't know if I'm really using card panels for these, because I use a tag die, and sometimes I'll use different size scraps to cut from, but I can tell you how big the tags are. So the tags are about 4 inches this way by 2.5 inches tall. And then those inner ones are a little bit smaller. Let me see here. So these tags, this is about 3.5 wide by about 2.25 tall. That doesn't make any sense, but they just fit in there. So, and speaking of tags, in front of me are the 2 that we have created so far. This was from Monday, where I had to use the Stampin' Up! Die set. So I used that to die cut my flower and leaves. And then yesterday I had to use the Spellbinders, which was a stamp set. So instead of coloring in an image, I did a little heat embossing just on some colored strips there. Now, don't forget, at the end of today's live stream, I will be giving away the tag I make today. You just need to be here live with us in the live portion, right? Replay can't enter to win these. You can be you have to be at least 18 years old. You can be anywhere in the world, but you cannot enter to win today's tag if you were already a winner of one of the first 2 days. I want to spread the love out on this. But one thing you can be entered to win is the bubblegum bonuses at the end of this stream. So depending on how many stamps of approval, how many thumbs ups this video gets during the live stream, is how many names I will pull for a bubblegum bonus. I don't put them in the machine anymore. I just put some Christmas decorations in there. For the first 50 thumbs ups we get one name pulled. And then for every 25 after that, we get another. So let's go ahead and see where we're at right now. Currently, there are 98 of you on here. And you know what? We already have 83 thumbs up, so that is pretty good. But I know that we can easily get to 100, so make sure to smash that like button if you haven't already. If we get to 100, that means we get to pull 3 names at the end. So please remember to do that. All right, guys. I think it is time. I don't think I'm forgetting anything. I think it's time. Let's go ahead and get the advent calendars out and start opening. Oh, one thing I do need to tell you. I about forgot. So I had to schedule a grocery delivery for this morning because they give us a 4-hour window. And this afternoon I have stuff to do. So there is a chance that I'm going to have to step away for a couple minutes so I can go put away the frozen and cold stuff that gets delivered. So you'll just have to bear with me for that. I know the last time I checked, they were about 12 stops away and I should get a text, but I'll just have live viewers chat amongst yourselves while I'm gone. Hopefully it won't take any more than a couple minutes. Again, don't forget, if you have a question for me, question in all caps. If it's just a general crafty question or a general question about the series that is not the secret words, anything about the secret words or bonus words, you can put those over there in the chat. One thing too, I wanted to point out, the visual supply list, I got a bright idea about 5 minutes before I went live to change something about my visual supply list. Well, now the links that I have provided both with Nightbot and in the description box below won't work. So I will fix those later. But right now, if you want to get to the visual supply list, there is a comment pinned over in the live chat that has the correct link that will get you there. And if you're like, what the heck is a visual supply list? That is this page right here where I have put many of the items you'll see me be using during this series. And last night, at the very bottom, a lot of you have asked about the mini photo album or the Polaroid photo album. So I did put a link to that as well. So make sure to check that out if you want. Another thing that I want to point out and say a great big thank you is to my 2025 Crafty Advent live stream sponsors. And that is Carmen of Choose Joy with Carmen. She has sent me a Stampin' Up! Advent calendar to give out as one of the final prizes. Vivica of Color Me Nordic, not only did she supply me with the Gummy-a-Pan Advent calendars I am opening, but she has also sent me one of each to give out to a couple lucky winners at the end. And over from Pink and Maine, Michelle, I originally just asked her for some of the tag dies that you're going to see me use in this series. And she surprised me with my shipment, which I bought the one I use and one for a prize. She surprised me with a third one. So I will have 2 of those to give away. So please, if you are in the market for any products, please check out these people. My link in the description box below for Carmen does have her full name and the state she is from if you don't currently have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. And neither her links nor Color Me Nordics are affiliate, but if you can just let them know that I sent you when you place an order, that would be great. Which reminds me, I did find out that there isn't any notes that you can put on the Stampin' Up! Order that I sent you, but you know, maybe just send out a good vibe if you order from Carmen because of my link. But oh, and look at that, Nightbot just put in the chat about our sponsors, but it's a little far up. Okay, let's get busy. Let me make sure I didn't miss a question. Oh, I see Sandra, my crafty godmother's here. Hello, Sandra. All right. Okay, so behind me here. Okay, I have put up the envelopes from the advent calendars that do little envelopes or bags. And then over here, I have the ones that are more traditional where you open the doors. So today I'm looking for day 3 from Gummy-A-Pan, Tailored Expressions, and Pink and Main. Oh, and I better step back because this is the first day that I'm wearing this apron. So I'm dressed up kind of like a little elf here. All right. So, which I was going to ask you if you've seen what's in them yet, because, you know, yesterday I had to go live after Yvette, but today she will be going live at noon Central, 10 o'clock Pacific, I believe it is, over in California, that time zone. So my video should automatically redirect to hers after we're done. And she opens up a lot of Crafty Advent calendars too, and makes a little project each day and gives it away as well. So Vicky, okay, I have to point this one out before I get on. Vicky said I was almost an elf on my shelf. You're right. I was almost up on that shelf. All righty. First up, I'm going to open the Gummy-A-Pan. And again, it is the Goodie Calendar and the regular Advent Calendar. Let me know what you think the theme of today's dies might be. All of the Gummy-A-Pan gifts are dies. So let me know what you think they might be over there in the live chat or in the description box. And I'm going to pop open my beverage. I could not make myself wake up today. So I definitely need a little extra caffeine, and I need something a little bit stronger than just a Diet Coke. So I don't know if you've ever had one of these. They're Alani's. They're sugar-free energy drinks. I only allow myself one every few days, if that, because it is a lot of caffeine at once. But the pink slush is my absolute favorite. So I'm going to have a little extra caffeine during today's stream. Catherine says caffeine helps her sleep. Oh my goodness, no. I have found if I drink any after dinner, like I'm up way later than I should be. Okay. Dawn thinks today's dies might be a Christmas tree. Lisa thinks a critter. Presents. Let me know what you think it might be. Oh, and let's see. Margaret says she's already watched 2 videos using these. Okay, so Margaret knows what they are. Let's go ahead and we can find out what they are. So in the little goodie one, they're always teeny tiny. Oh, Chris said she loves Alani's, I'm assuming. She drinks one every morning on her way to work at 2 a.m. Yeah, I think if I had to be at work at 2 a.m., I would need one too. Chris, let me know what your favorite flavor is. Make sure you put my name in all caps so I can see it. I've tried a lot of different ones and I'll drink a lot of different ones, but man, this pink slush is my absolute favorite. All righty, let's see what this one is. Is it a beer glass? Margaret, since you saw it used already, is that a little beer glass? Or do I have it turned the wrong way? Is it a vase for a flower? Let me know. Oh, okay. Jackie says a vase too. So we'll turn it upside down and we'll call it a vase. But if I need a beer glass, look how easy that is. Okay. So there's the first one. And now we'll go with the bigger one. Are we ready? I think this is a little elf. Is that an elf doing some yoga or some stretching? Look at that, guys. I wonder if he wears an apron like I do. Okay, so that was Gummy-A-Pan. Next up is Tailored Expressions. This is probably not quite a 1/4 inch thick. It's a little bumpy in there. It takes up about that much of the bag. What kind of product do you think this might be? Lots of bumps all over. I think I have an idea what it is, but let me know what you think. Oh, you think it's Santa stretching. That could be it too, yeah. You're probably right, because that is more of a Santa hat than an elf. All right. Oh, yes, Yvette says it's time to look away. Yeah, you might want to turn off the sound, Yvette, and look away. Yesterday I stopped over by Yvette's channel, and I wanted to be there for like the intro, and I did leave before she started opening. But don't forget, guys, to go check out her channel. Nightbot is still sharing her link if you're not already subscribed. So you're going to want to get over there, because not only does she give away her project each day, but she's like kind of doing a de-stash from her stash, and she gives away another prize with each of her daily creations. You do have to be US only over there, but I hope you will check it out. All right. Oh, Cindy thinks it's a milk bottle. You know what? Today's die is going to be very handy. Could also be one of those like glass water pitchers that you used to get in restaurants too. Okay. For Tailored Expressions, I think I agree with Susan. She says she thinks it's a stamp. I agree. It feels like a stamp. Let's see. Oh, it's not. Oh my goodness. I felt, no, it is not. It is spinners. So you can make interactive elements either that spin around or slide on your cards. Oh goodness. If we get one of these, friends, that could be interesting. That could be very, very interesting. Okay, finally for our baggies is from Pink and Maine. Now, we still don't know the theme of their box. Let's see, the first day we got some plaid papers. Yesterday was a sunflower stamp set. Last year, the theme was birthdays, so I really don't think that's going to be the theme this year. But let's see how many days it takes us to figure it out. And then I don't know if Michelle has a video over at Pink and Maine each day, if she has said yet. If she has, don't ruin it in the comments. I want to try to figure it out, but I think as soon as we have a good guess, I'll either reach out or I'll go over there and watch her videos. Okay, so let's see. This is about a 1/4 inch thick. It's, oh, I don't know. I think I'm bending something. It takes up a lot of the bag, especially with maybe a backer card. What do you think it might be today? Let's see. Susan thinks it's going to be floral. Stephanie thinks just to note her hello. Spring theme. I was thinking that too, with maybe the plaids. But now, correct me if I am wrong, because I know about this much about flowers. Is a sunflower a spring or a fall flower? Now, I know Carmen, if she's here, would know. Yeah, I don't know if it's a spring or a fall flower. But remember, if you do know what the theme is, don't spoil it for us. We're going to try to guess, okay? All right, what is today? Today is some marker spotlights, die cuts. Oh, look at that, guys. They're just like different die cuts. That'll be great for some backgrounds. Okay, Carmen says fall. Okay. Typically a fall flower. That's what I thought, but because I was thinking spring too, possibly after that first day. Yes, Amy, this is pink. Well, I guess you can see now this is Pink and Maine. Okay. And Chris, I totally missed your answer. What Alani is your favorite flavor? If you've already typed it, maybe if you can tag me by typing in at Call Me Crafty Al, I might see that easier. Okay. Look at these. Now, these might not necessarily go with our color palette. I actually think this one goes very well with our color palette. You know what I could do is flip it over and ink blend it to be one of the colors if I wanted it. But how fun are just these different shapes to add a little accent? Yes, yes, Kristen, abstract blobs. I believe that is a parameter on Craft Roulette from time to time. And Stephanie says they go well with Yvette's color palette. Yes, I would agree. Yeah, so Yvette is also using a color palette for all of her creations. So you're going to want to check that out to see what she has chosen. All right. I need another drink. All right. Let me get out my big advent calendars now. I did already see someone asked if, okay, here's Chris. Chris hadn't answered yet. She said she loves all the flavors, but cherry twist is a great one. I think I've had that one too. I think that one's a good one that I've drank before as well. If you have, let me know, Chris, if you ever drink pink slush. All right. I did see at least one or two of you mention my Spellbinders daily video, which each morning here on my channel, I have a pre-recorded short. So just a real quick video showing me opening that day's gift and then making a little creation with it. Don't forget, if you are a channel member, that you have access to the printable that gives you the cover if it's only for Spellbinders. Oh, I forgot. Guys, I forgot that those were no longer blank. Yesterday, I still had blank ones on the inside. Sorry about that. But it also has these pages then for the insides. This will be posted again today on the membership tab. And over the next couple of days, I will get this onto the monthly blogs as well. But let's go ahead and open today's, and then I'll show you what I created. And today's, you guys, is super fun. It is definitely one of my top 5 creations that is in my little album. Okay, so today, number 3, right here, this little door, it's about 2 by 3. What type of product do you think it might be? Or if you a theme, you can let us know your guesses over there in the chat. But let's go ahead and see what's in here. You guys, it is a die set. And I don't know if you can tell, but there are some rabbit ears there. There's a magic wand. There is a little hat. It's a little magician. And you guys, wait till you see what I made. I want to take it out of the album before I show it to you because it's a little extra special. Here it is, though, in the album. Okay. This album is very tight now that everything's in it. Okay, guys, so here is my little day 3, and you notice here it says poll. Look, guys, it's interactive. This is one of my favorites just because it has that fun element. If you haven't yet watched that, I do have that playlist linked in the description box below, and each day there will be a new video added to it. So I hope you will check those out. Make sure to leave a comment on those. Give it some love. Speaking of giving it some love, I'm going to star that question, and let's see where we're at for thumbs ups. Ooh, guys. Okay, so we are at 109 thumbs ups. There are currently 124 of you on here. So I know some people have came and went. So if everybody who is here right now smashes that like button, we will be able to get another bubblegum bonus. We will reach that 125. All right. Susan said she would like to know how I did that. Oh, Susan, I will tell you that the way I made that is something that I saw Sarah Liz do on Spellbinders' last club along. She made this little contraption and a place to do the slider. So I would suggest checking that out. I will make a note to add that video to the description box. Because I am not good enough at it to try to tell you how to do it easily. And Sarah Liz was a master at teaching how to do that. So I would go over there and try it, but I'll add that later today, okay? All righty. I don't think I see, oh wait, I do see one more question. There's the squares. Can you tell me what size they are? Those squares are, I think they're, I think 3 inches. Yes. The outer size is 3 inches. Okay. Next up, Marion Design, which my crafty friend Helga, who is Crea Bea, I don't know if I've seen her in the chat yet. She sent me this from the Netherlands. Marion Design is a Dutch company. And we did find out that here in the US, you can order these from Ecstasy Crafts, or if you're close or local to Omaha, Scrapbook Haven does have some. They also ship, but the shipping is a little bit more expensive than from Ecstasy Crafts. If you want to, again, check this out to see if there are any left, visit that virtual supply list. And let me get that up. It is, oh yeah, it's pinned at the top of the chat box, but you can check that out. And it is right here, the Marion Design. Now, yesterday there were 16 left. I do not know where that's at. If somebody who is on a computer wants to go over there and see how many are left and let me know, that would be great. Please make sure you tag me or put Crafty Al in all caps in front of that so I can see it easily. Okay, so Marion Design. And today is day 3. That's like the trickiest. Okay. Ooh, look at this. Okay. So it's this one right here with a little envelope. It is probably maybe 2 1/4, 2 by 1 1/2. What do you think today might be? So far, we got a little holly berry and leaves die set. Yesterday was this cute little border. Karen, I'm not sure if you came in late. The link down below is not going to work right now, or the link that Nightbot is giving you, but there is a link in the pinned comment. So up at the very top of the chat box, let me know if that one's not working, but that should, oh, I forgot to, hold up. I forgot to pin that. I thought I did. Let me, oh man, hold up. I will redo it. I thought I pinned that, but I didn't change it. All right, now there is the correct one, and I will fix the links after we are all done here. And yesterday, oh, sorry, it was that little cute little like snowy village border stamp. Teresa went and did some reconnaissance for us and says there are 9 left at Ecstasy Crafts. So again, this is our first year opening this, but I think after we saw the day 1 die that so many of us fell in love. So you might want to grab one. I know Spellbinders is now out of their advent calendars on their site, but you could still get it at scrapbook.com. All right. Let's find out what day 3 has in store. Let me know what you think it might be over there. Well, I saw just a peek at it. So what do you think? What type of product do you think it is? Margaret thinks it is a die set. Ruth says the Marion Design is her favorite so far. And Kathy, yes, I did just talk about that. You can check out the link to the playlist for my daily shorts in the description box below. They are just shorts this year. I did not have time to do process videos. Barbara thinks it might be a plant, a stamp, holiday stamp. All right, let's see what it is. Ready? It is a die, you guys. Oh my God. It is a circle die, but it has a postage stamp edge. Oh, that is just a nice die you could use on so many different things. I love that. And then our last advent calendar open is Stampin' Up. This one is 12 days. So I will be opening this in the first half of the series. And then in the last half, I will switch to Gina K Designs. So it's 12 Days of Christmas. There are still some left, but of course they won't be reordered. I do have a link to Carmen's website in the description box below if you want to check it out and use her as your demonstrator. That would be greatly appreciated if you're here in the US. But today's door for Stampin' Up, it's probably 6 by 5. Now, Stampin' Up did send a stamp set with their advent calendar that has sentiments and some images. So I don't know if any of these will be stamp sets since we already got it, but what do you think could be inside this door? It is pretty large. Give me your guesses. Oh, you're right. That is number 5. Oh my goodness, Stephanie. Thank you. Thank you. Now I see more rolling in. I don't know why I thought it was day 5. Yeah, sorry. Never mind. Day 3. Sorry. Right here. You know, by the end of the series, I'm going to have everything down. I'm going to know the names of these advent calendars. I'm going to know who I'm referring to when I say names, and maybe I'll pick the correct doors. But thank you. I'm so glad that, yes, I looked over and I saw my name was highlighted with some messages. So thank you to everybody who was trying to warn me. All right, day 3. What do you think day 3 is? Now I see people are saying, stop. Okay. Day 3. Yeah, it's probably about a 3 by 3 here. Oh yes, yeah. Don't I forgot. I see that somebody said DYE question mark. Kristen did. Yes, if you are here during the live chat and you want to guess if the products are dyes, we have found out that about half the time, maybe even more, YouTube does not like the word dye being put in the chat. So if you're going to guess dye, we're going to call it DYE. So don't think anybody doesn't know how to spell it. That's just so it will go through and nobody has to moderate it. Kathy says, is that the series playlist for the mini album? I thought I had the series playlist down there for the mini album. I will check that out later. But you can always go to my channel, my main channel, and go to the shorts tab, and they will all be there as well. Okay. Oh, die set is okay, Stephanie says. So it's if you only put die or dies, but if you combine it with another word, maybe it goes through. Thank you, YouTube. All right. I kind of think that it might be a die set as well. Let's see. Are we ready? Look at those. It is gold glittery embellishments. Look at that. Those are beautiful. And I think I can always use metallic and neutrals, but I do think too that this kind of goes well with our oranges here. Oh, that is very pretty. I love some gold sparkle. And yes, Crafty One says it has a ton. It definitely does. All right, guys, I'm going to put them all back on my desktop here. And then I want you to tell me which company you hope gets picked today. From the Spellbinders, I am just going to put out the magic hat. I don't want to get out all the little pieces, but okay, did I get them all? Oh no, Pink and Main. We got to get our little Pink and Main dies here. Okay, so Gummy Pan, Tailored Expressions, Marion, Spellbinders, Stampin' Up, or Pink and Main. What do you hope comes up on the wheel today? Just so you know, sometimes I do see your questions and I just star them for later. That way, when I get to a good stopping place, I can answer them. But Susan, I will link those items later today on the visual supply list, what I use. And I'll go ahead and show that again in case you weren't here yesterday. So behind me here, I keep my Olo markers. And I do have to buy like a whole nother one of these because I have, I think, 99 on the way. They just released some new colors, but it is kind of like a refrigerator bin that I keep them in. And then inside of here, it's a tight fit. Inside of here are 4 containers that look like that I hold the markers in. That way I can just pull the whole thing out at once instead of pulling out individuals. But because I am going to have a whole nother one of these, and I have my color cubes now back there, which are 4, they doubled. I'm trying to find a little riser that I could put these on the bottom and my color cubes on the top. So I might have to, I don't know if this will fit underneath what I'm looking at. All righty. Okay, I see a variety of what you guys hope gets chosen. So are we ready to find out? Barbara, with Olo markers, they actually do prefer that, or that's what I remember Lori telling me, that they can be up and down. Because these aren't, inside most markers is like a felt piece that sucks up the ink. Olo markers is just completely liquid in there. So I know that they do, I think they do sell sideways storage, but they also sell storage boxes that hold them up and down. All right. All right, let's go ahead, bring up the wheel, and we will find out. Oh, no. Okay. So as for the first half of the Advent, as portions of the wheel or as pieces of the wheel are chosen, I am hiding those. Now, if Spellbinders comes up today, I only hide the one instance of it that gets chosen. So there will still be more instances of it on there. That's a hard word to say quickly. But then once I start opening the Gina K designs on the 13th, I am going to refresh the wheel and everything will get added back onto it. So, oh, and I see our drum rolls. Yes, get a drum roll over there in the chat if you're ready for me to spin that wheel. Let me see some drums over there. All right, let's go. Let's find out what we're going to be working with today. I'm not going to lie. I'm kind of hoping Tailored Expressions doesn't come up. I love to make things on tracks and sliders and stuff, but not under pressure when I can't have time to plan it out. So we will see, but let's go ahead and spin the wheel. It eked right over the line to Stampin' Up. All right, so I'm just going to hide that instance. And we'll take one look again. Oh, okay, this will be easy. So the Stampin' Up today are embellishments. So I am free to use other stuff from today to decorate the piece and anything that I have already gotten previously. So let's bring back in. I don't think I'm going to work with the rabbit with the gold gems. And we'll put our little Yoga Santa. Actually, I'll just leave Yoga Santa on here till later. I'm not going to make anything move, but I am going to keep this handy because I think that might be nice. I'll go ahead and keep the pink and main pieces handy as well. But let's go ahead. I'm going to check my messages and make sure. Oh, I already missed it. Hold up. If you came in late, I mentioned how I have a grocery delivery. I want to see if I can find out where that's at. All right, he's supposed to be here in about 10 minutes. So we'll go ahead and get started. And again, when they get here, we will take a little break. Oh yeah, let me know what you might do today with either today's projects or other things. And Arlene says a shaker. with the Marion die. That might be a possibility. That might be a possibility. Okay. Hear me out. Hear me out. I could pick out one of our papers that we've gotten so far. Okay, I see other people are thinking a shaker too. I could pick out one of these, but I would probably want something that kind of goes with our color palette. So again, here is the color palette I'm using. Let's look back through our papers. So this was yesterday from Stampin' Up. And Kristen says she loves when I get excited about an idea. You can't always tell when I get excited about something. So let's see if there is something we think might go with our color palette. Or maybe just remember, if I use the papers, I don't necessarily have to stick to the color palette. Ooh, I like this one because it's nice and little, so you see a lot of the pattern. And I might keep maybe one of these out for the backer. So here is one option. And let's look at our pink and mane, which if we time this correctly, maybe you guys could be voting on the paper while I'm up trying to put away my frozen and my cold stuff. And Stephanie, definitely we're making up the rules as we go. That's right. We can do that. Okay. Let's see what of here might go well with our little gold gem. So this has some of the yellow in it. That does too. That's a nice pattern. I think, yeah, I think this, and then we'll find a different background color for, actually, I could probably use that same green in the background. Okay. So get your poll lights out. Get your poll lights in the chat. If you are new to my streams, everybody here likes to help me decide on things. So we do lots of polls when we can. And we always turn on our poll light. So to turn on your poll light in the chat, you're going to go to the emoji keyboard, which is that little smiley face. If you are a member, you're going to have lots of different colored lights that you can choose from the member emojis. And if you're a subscriber, you'll type POL in the emoji search box, and it will pull up the red light that you can add into the chat. So you'll see them now over flying by. So get your poll lights over there. And the options are going to be, are we going to do Stampin' Up? So I'll do SU or Pink and Mane, and I'll do PM. Okay. Oh, I got to end our other poll first. Let's see. All right. 82% of you have watched the full video, and 8% are partway done and 10% not yet. If you are one of the 10%, you have to watch that kickoff video so you know what this is all about. Okay, let me get the poll ready. So we're SUPM. And remember, you don't need to put your guess in the chat box. I do start an official poll there because there's no way I can count all those answers. So I'm going to give you 2 minutes to vote in that poll, and I will turn on a little music. SUPM. I'm going to see where our friendly delivery driver's at. Ruth, maybe refresh your window because people are voting on it. So maybe refresh. Hello, Jamie. Oh gosh, if you haven't voted, you need to vote because I just looked over and yeah, it was at 50%. I don't know which one, but it was at 50-50. So make sure to vote. All right, let's see. I do not need the music to start. Oh, this one was super close. Let me get my drum roll ready. That was super close, you guys. But Pink and Maine pulled it out with 52%. So we will be going with that one. And I am going to use that green from Stampin' Up! As accent because it's perfect with some of those green stripes in there. So what I'm going to do first is go ahead and cut the pattern paper pieces. And because this will not fit through my die cutter, I will trim those down a little bit. So the small tag, I'm going to cut from the striped paper. Or the plaid, sorry, the plaid paper. Let me know if you're crafting along today, if you're just hanging out watching. Or maybe you're at work, or maybe you're doing something else. I did see we have a couple people listening while they are in the car. Make sure to be safe. A little bit. Let's see. Hanging out, watching, crafting, working, knitting. Terry's doing her Stitchmas, which, by the way, if you want to know about the Stitchmas, that is one of the Advent calendars that Yvette has that I don't. So she opens that so you can see what's in that each day. We did do, oh, you guys. Hold up. I got a sound for that. No, I didn't. Oh no, I usually have like a duh, 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 but it's not in this one. It's not in the sounds. So I don't know if you noticed what I did, but I used the same die on that, but I'll just save that for another time. But what I should have gotten out is the scalloped die. Again, that's why I kind of sometimes need somebody here right in person next to me. So you all helped me out with the wrong door earlier, but somebody should be here. Alicia, don't do it. That is not the die you want to use. That is not the droid you're looking for. Iona is diamond painting. Catherine says she really likes the green paper. Yes, it is gorgeous. Susan made my sound effect for me. Yeah, I thought I had put that into all my different little StreamYard things, but apparently not in this one yet. I'll try to get it ready for tomorrow. All right, so here we have, where's it at? Here we go. Look at that, that's pretty. So pretty. Now, let's see here. This die, we have to do this smart. This die does not if I use this to cut from my plaid tag, it's going to cut out the postage shape out of there. It won't really do a frame like we want for a shaker. So what I'm going to do is, and I'll use this. I'm going to find a paper punch from my stash that is just a little bit smaller than this, okay? And I'm going to try to make a frame. All right, my delivery driver for my groceries is on the way. But before, you know what, guys? Let's go ahead. What time is it? Let me know over there in the chat. What kind of words am I going to be giving to you, or what kind of word? And remember, if you're coming in late, please do not ask about secret words or bonus secret words over in that chat, over in that live chat, because I won't answer them and my moderators won't either. What we'll do is just quietly delete them. But just a heads up, because I'm not going to answer like, oh, was there a bonus word, or how many bonus words, or has the secret word been given out? Because remember, I want those of you who are here listening to be the ones who get the access to those. But today's secret word, you guys, all right, is, without even knowing it, it's kind of what I am. It is elves. So more than one elf. ELVES. Elves. So write that down on your secret word tracker. If you don't have this yet, there is a link to it in the description box below, okay? And again, if you don't know what this is about, you have to watch that kickoff video, and it's going to tell you all about it, okay? But what I need to do is look in my drawers. Yes, they are secret words. I'm going to get it out. So what I want to do, I think I'm going to test this on some scrap cardstock. I got out a couple different punches. Oh, maybe, I can just do it like this. This is 1 1/4. Let's see, here's 1 1/2. Okay, I think 1 1/2 will be a little bit too big. So I'm going to punch a 1 1/4 inch circle out of the green pattern paper. So right up here in the middle, kind of. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is tape this centered around the opening and run that through my die cutter. And now I should come out where I have a little frame. But again, who knows if I did it correctly. I do need to keep all this out. There. And we have a little postage frame. Now, from our plaid tag, you know what I think I'm going to do so that this fits in there just perfectly? I am going to go ahead and use this die straight onto the plaid piece. And I'm going to put it a little bit off center so I have room over here to maybe put one of our sentiments down. I'm going to put it right there. Stephanie says, will it fall through then? Trust the process, Stephanie. Trust the process. Remember, we have to make a shaker, so there's going to be something behind that window. You could definitely just punch a circle in there. That would be fine, and put the frame around it. But this way, I'm going to know that that frame fits in there perfectly. Which, speaking of frame, Oh, there it is. I thought I lost it. You know what I'm going to do? I know I'm not working on my magnetic board, but I'm getting out one of my mag ink trays to put, I guess, my die and any of the die cuts that I make. So, okay. So I'm trying to think. I think I am done with this for now. So I'm going to put it away. I think Carmen just answered a question about this green color. And she says the color palette for the kit says it is Old Olive. So I think that might be the cardstock that goes with this green. And again, if you're going to shop with Stampin' Up, please use Carmen's information. It is down in the description box below. I have her first, last name, and the state she lives in, so you can easily find her. Okay, I'm going to go over and get some clear cardstock. I know you can't see it, but I do have something here. And I'm just going to cut this so it's big enough to go behind that opening. I think I'll do a 2x2. And I'm going to actually cut 2 of these. So I'm going to cut 2 2-inch by 2-inch pieces. And now I am going to bring in my glass board because when I adhere stuff to acetate, I like to have a little pressure. So I'm going to use this so I can use my magnets to hold it down. And Teresa said I need to check for my groceries. So I'm hoping, I normally have my phone on silent and I should get a text when they're dropped off. I'm hoping I'll get a text, but you know what? I will do a quick check. Let me see here if I got one. Oh, Teresa must have had ESP because I just got the text that said they're delivering now. So I'll get another text when it is dropped off and then I will run up there. And, you know, it is very cold out here. So if something is cold or frozen, I have a few minute leeway to get it picked up from the porch. I just don't want anything to freeze. It shouldn't be frozen. Okay, so I'm just going to put some liquid glue around that opening. And then this will actually be a good time for me to go up and put the groceries away while this dries. And then I'm going to put my clear acetate on top. And I don't want to smush it too much because I don't want my glue to be too much spread out and have it go into the opening of my window. Actually, I'm going to use my magnetic ruler to hold this down just because it's longer and we'll have more pressure on there. So we'll do that. And let's go ahead. Let's have a sip of our beverage and I'll see. We have cameras outside too, so I can see where they're at. Let's have a sip of our beverage. And I can tell if they're gone. We do have the Walmart Plus where they'll like bring it inside for you or put it in your garage, but I just have them deliver it to the porch. I don't need to clean up my house so somebody can bring my groceries inside. No, they're still out there. Okay. They are still out there. Now we have to decide if behind that opening, do I want to leave it green? So let me get some of these in a little container. Oh, thank you. Carmen just shared her link over in there, and that would go directly to her Stampin' Up page. That link is also below, but sometimes it doesn't always, like sometimes when I click on it, it doesn't come up with Carmen. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't for me. So if you have to find a demonstrator, then you can do that search for demonstrator. But yes. All right. Welcome to any new friends who are joining us. And speaking of, if you are just joining us, do not forget to smash that like button, whether you're here live or here on a replay. Right now, there are 143 likes, you guys. I know that if everybody smashes that like button, we can get to 150. So give this video a thumbs up, maybe share it with a crafty friend who might like to join us as well. So let me just put some of these back kind of behind there so you can see them. I'll try to make sure they're all the right side up, but should I leave it like that? Okay, those are very staticky. Should I leave it like that? Do you think that that is, I think you can see that pretty well. What do you think? Or should we put white behind it? I'm going to do a quick poll while I hopefully go get the groceries. Should we leave it green or put white behind it? Go ahead and answer that. I'm going to check on my groceries again. No, they're still delivering. He is about done. Oh, yes. Get your pole lights out. Get your pole lights out. I completely forgot. Yes, Susan, I need to try to remember to do this. I hardly ever do, but I'll try today. All right. Oh, yes, I will use the green frame. So it will look, I'll just put that right in there. So yeah. Oh, you can't see that. I will use the green frame. Yeah, maybe with that, I don't know. Ooh, now with that green frame, I don't know about that. But let me know. You vote in there, you guys. And I do think my groceries have been delivered. So what I'm going to do while you guys vote, I'm going to put on the I'm away screen and play some music. Again, hopefully it won't be very long, but I am going to run upstairs, okay? I will be back, and you guys answer that poll. Trying to find my away slide. All right, guys. So I was so focused, which by the way, thank you for hanging with me. I was so focused on getting those groceries inside as quickly as possible. I wasn't paying attention to my surroundings. But at one point I thought, thank goodness that nobody is seeing me outside of my house in my elf apron. And I go out to grab the last bag and I look up and the delivery van is still there. So I might look slightly deranged, but that is okay. For hanging with me, guys, for hanging with me during that, because I usually try to avoid scheduling. Go ahead and get out your secret word tracker. Get this out because I have a bonus secret word for you. Remember, I will not answer any questions about how many bonus words there have been, where you can find the bonus words. If the secret word has been given today, I or my moderators will just quietly delete those comments over in the chat. But for hanging with me today, I have, let's just to make it easy, today's word is going to be food. FOOD, since that is what just got delivered. So put that in the bonus word section, okay? All righty. Thanks again for hanging with me for that. Okay. Let's get back to getting crafty. So I have my little poll going. Should we do white behind it or green, or leave it green? And it looks like, drum roll. All right. It looks like we will be leaving it green in the background. Okay. Now what I need to do. When I make my shakers, I like to sandwich my bits between two pieces of acetate so that I can just easily flip the piece over and put it onto my backer. So what I'm going to do, first of all, I'm going to add, I'm going to add my foam tape first. So I'm going to put little strips of foam tape on first. Don't forget, if you have a question, if somebody in the chat can answer it, that is awesome if it's just general. But if it's something specifically for me, type in question in all caps or tag me at Crafty Al over there so I can see it and highlight it. Sometimes I might not answer it right away, but at least then I can highlight it for later. And if you are just coming in, make sure to smash that like button. We are trying to earn more boo bonuses. And sometimes if I'm going around a shape, I would pull the release paper, but I don't want to do that on this because I need to use my embossing powder tool to kind of make that not sticky. So, oh yes, bubblegum bonuses, not boo bonuses. I'm thinking again, before the end of this is over, guys, I'll remember that it's not Craftoween and what products I'm using. Ooh, Tina said she forgot to like, so she just went over and did that. Thank you, Tina. Make sure if you're here on replay that you're smashing that like button too. Linda said, do I have a dryer sheet or powder? I'm going to use my powder tool. Hopefully that'll help. All right. We're going to call that good. You know what? I should have put on my frame before I did that. That's okay. Okay, so this is what I use when I am embossing so my powder doesn't stick to where I want it. Now I'm wondering, like this leaves that powder residue. Does anybody know? So make sure to highlight my name in all caps when you answer. Does anybody know, like, if I powder the acetate and then wipe that away with a rag, will it still be anti-static, or do I have to leave that powder on the window? Let me know over there in the comments. Because I don't really want the powder on the window. You know what? While you're answering that, I'm going to add glue to the back of this and get it put on my my piece of acetate. All right. And to get the glue on here, I don't want to put a line of glue and then have it squished out onto here. So what I'm going to do is just put some glue right here on my hand and just kind of run that frame through there. And then it's already kind of smushed down. And now I'm just going to set that carefully down into that opening. And I'll use my ruler again to hold that. Okay. Let's see. Kristen says use a dryer sheet. Another dryer sheet. Susan says it will still be anti-static. Shannon, you know, I keep meaning to bring a regular Swiffer cloth down here. I do have dryer sheets though, kind of handy, and that wouldn't leave anything. So let me go grab a dryer sheet real quick because I'm down here where my laundry is. You know how I cut a second piece of acetate? I have no idea where that went. I was going to wipe this on my other piece of acetate, but guys, since it's clear, it's hard to see, and I am not. Oh, no, there it is. All right. I'm just going to wipe this down too. Hopefully this helps. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and pour these into here, and hopefully they go in upside down. Yeah, a lot of them, you know what? A lot of them went in upside down. So I'm not going to worry about turning them over because it looks like they're already sitting like they should. Now, I have to carefully peel back all of the tape, hoping not to bump the inside the shaker bits too much. I love this tape. I love this foam tape, but man, the backer on it, speaking of static. And I'm going to shake this just a little bit to hopefully flatten that out. And now I'm going to sandwich that with another piece of plastic, with that other piece of acetate. And now I can move this around, you know, and get it where I want it on there, but it's already, the bits are trapped inside of here. Let me see if I got any questions. Not yet. Don't forget, guys, if you do have a question for me, to type question or Crafty Al in all caps. But again, if it is just a general question, I know that many friends in the chat would be willing to help you. Okay, let's go ahead, put these back in here. And back into our baggie, which I think Angie just came in. Welcome, Angie. And she wanted to know which product we're using today. And I have to use Stampin' Up. And their gift today was these pretty gold glitter embellishments. But I also use Pink and Main paper is what was voted on, and Stampin' Up! Paper from previously in the calendar. Oh, and Angie from the Marion Design, I used their die from today for the frame. So here we go. Okay, now guys, remember the other day, Stampin' Up! If you pre-ordered their advent calendar, you got this stamp set, which had 4 different stamps with different sayings, and you got the die to cut it out. So I still have some of those from the other day, and I think it goes well. Look, it goes super well with that background. So I'm just going to use one of these. Kristen has a question, and yeah, it might be one for Carmen. She says, are the Stampin' Up! Gems flat, or do they have a slight height? Kristen, these do have a slight height. So my foam tape, hold on. I think my foam tape is 1/8 of an inch thick, and some of those baubles in there are almost that same thickness. Oh, did I? All right. Did I mess up my products again? All right. Somebody in the chat can help me. You guys will get me. Okay. You know what? First, we'll go ahead. Let's try to pick out. Yeah. Oh, yes. These. Sorry. These were from Tailored Expressions. I have too many advent calendars this year, you guys. I mean, there's never too many advent calendars, but there's a lot to keep track of this year. PE right now does not sell these sentiments separately. They have more similar ones with a lot more sentiments and bigger dies. But as far as I know right now, these are only with that advent calendar as a pre-order. I bet Taylor will go live every Friday to share the gifts in that week's, the gifts for that week. And I bet you could ask there and they would be able to let you know. Thank you. Here's Christina helping us out. I'm using TE, but Stampin' Up! Won the spinner since it was just embellishments. Yeah, so the frame die was Marion Design. The background paper was from the Stampin' Up! Advent calendar. The plaid paper was from Pink and Main Advent calendar. And then, yes, inside today, the embellishments are Stampin' Up! I really hope that I just said all of that right. Carmen says she doesn't know how I'm keeping it all straight. Kiss my brain. Yeah, I'm definitely going to need probably a new brain after this is all done. Okay. I want to go ahead and let's get our tag onto our backer. So for that, I need some more of the foam tape that I will put that at this end so it will be the same level. Oh, and don't forget, Nightbot is not currently sharing the correct visual supply list link. It is pinned in the chat at the top of the live chat. I'm going to fix that link later. It is definitely a hodgepodge of Advents today. I agree. And, you know, like some years when we start out the Advent series, we hardly have anything to work with toward the beginning, but because we got those great extra gifts with Tailored Expressions and Stampin' Up, it kind of was off to a great start since we had some papers and stuff. I'm going to go ahead and put some liquid glue on the foam tape and around my window. That way, when I go to put it on my backer, I have a little bit of wiggle time to get this adjusted and get it in a good spot on there. Oh, Barbara, thank you so much, friend, for that super sticker. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's hear. We have.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. And just a heads up that any super chats or donations I received through PayPal during this series. Not only will you get your name into the bubblegum bonus machine, but I will be using those for postage to mail out the prizes and the daily tags. If there's anything left over at the end of that, then I will roll it into next year's prizes. And again, it goes to that unless you earmark it for something else. Like you're like, oh, go buy yourself a Diet Coke, something like that. But otherwise, thank you so much for your support. Oh, and as my liquid glue is drying there, I'm gonna just lay it down gently and then adjust it as best as I can. And we'll let that dry for a couple minutes underneath there. And yeah, let's do, how about we do a stamp of approval check? While that is drying, let's see if we hit another 25. Don't forget, if you're here on replay too, you need to do your part and smash that like button. Right now we have, oh goodness, guys, goodness. So I was just hoping we got to 150. We flew by it. We are at 165 likes, which means if we get just 10 more thumbs ups, we get to pull another bubblegum bonus name at the end. So smash that like button if you haven't already. Yes, Barbara says, great jobs on the likes. Yes, that is amazing. Okay. All right. Are we ready to put on our cinnamon? You guys, what do you think? So the first day from Marion, we got this cute little die. Oh. Carmen coming in clutch today. She has already liked this stream from all 7 of her accounts. Thank you so much, Carmen. So we have this. We have the little holly and berry die. Do you think that we should die cut that and then put it underneath our sentiment? Okay, I'm going to guess what time it is, guys. One last poll for today. Get those poll lights over in the chat. What we're voting on is, am I just going to put the sentiment there? We'll just put the sentiment to the side, just like that. Or should I die cut the holly leaves and berries from that? So we're going to go yes to the dies or no to the dies, okay? So it'll be a super quick poll. I'm just going to give you 1 minute to answer that poll. So yes, put the dies there. No, do not. And while you're voting, I am going to see how closely the dragon fruit matches some of the stripes in that background. I think we could get away with that. I think we could get away with using probably like this for our leaves and then the dragon fruit for the berries. Okay. All righty. Yeah, about 18 seconds. So no berry, no leaves, or leaves. Let me know. And I think many thanks will be nice with this. All righty, let's see. Ooh, something won by a pretty big margin. I don't know what it is, but we will find out here. 87% say yes to the berries. Okay, let's go ahead and add those. If you get this and you want to actually use it, you know, you could put this on a card base and make a thank you card. Otherwise, if you're just going to save it. I had somebody who won in the first couple days said that they're going to put theirs up on the shelf with some other creators cards who they have received. I'm going to move that kind of out of the way. Bring back in my little die cutter. And since, oh wait, no, that's not right. I need this for the berries. So I'm going to cut the berries first. And then we'll kind of get this finished and it will be time to give these away. I just saw Arlene said the gems could be the berries. I don't think any of the gems are large enough to kind of compare to the berries, but you could definitely, if you have this die, you could definitely do that too. For now, I'm just going to go ahead and just bring in some more of that kind of reddish pink color from the background. I'm just going to go for it. Angie, I have seen a couple people ask about rotating the tag. Since I have this, I want to kind of just extend my circle across, so I'm going to leave it horizontal. But I will be doing some vertical tags throughout the series, like the, you know, some that sit the other way, like yesterday's was a vertical tag, and then the first day was more of a horizontal tag like that. Okay, this is kind of Susan, let us know that you're okay, please. That's a little scary. Yeah. Let us know when you get back. Yeah. Okay. Sync. I think that I will kind of put it at an angle. But you know what? I'm going to put that flat down because this tag is already oh, maybe Carmen knows if she's okay. Carmen says it is for internet service. Is that what they are at Susan's house for? All right, guys. The tag is done for today. So if you are here live, I'll be giving it away here in just a couple minutes. Remember, if you've already won a tag during this series, you cannot enter to win today's. If some of the design decisions I made today were not of your liking and you don't want to enter to win this one, you don't have to, because remember, you can only win one. So wait for another day, but you do have to be at least 18 years old, subscribe to my channel, and of course, give this video a thumbs up. Right now we are at, oh guys, okay. We are at 169 likes. If 6 more of you can give this video a thumbs up by the time we pull bubblegum bonuses, we get another one if we hit 175. So if you came in a little bit late, let us know. Or sorry, no, if you came a little bit late, give a thumbs up. And I just saw, oh my goodness, Susan. Susan says it was not someone she knew. My son left the door unlocked when he left for school. It was a random man. Susan. Okay, is that person gone like well away from your house? Is it locked? That is scary. Oh my goodness. Take care, friend. Yeah, Angie said she's locking her door now. No kidding. Oh my gosh, my heart just dropped. I don't think I better have any more caffeine. I think I better drink some water after that. Yeah, Barbara said that made her heart go down to her feet. Yeah, no kidding. Oh, okay. Okay, let's see. Oh, guys, we only need one more thumbs up and we hit 175. So I know we can do it. I know there are some of you out here who haven't hit it yet. Now, if you have already hit it, you don't need to push it again because that will actually turn that like off, okay? So just make sure you've hit it once and then the little thumbs up should be highlighted. I'm going to try to get rid of all these little things in the trash because my cat loves to eat them if they find their way to the ground. Okay, let's take one last look at our tag. Set all that to the side. So here is a tag that you can enter to win today. Here it is, you guys. So today I had to use the Stampin' Up was the one that was chosen. So it was the little gold glitter drops here. Those are inside my shaker, and the pattern papers were from Pink and Main and Stampin' Up, and the little die here, the Huckleberry and Leaves, was from the Marion Design, Sentiment, Tailored Expressions, and then that frame, that little circle frame there was from today's Marion Design. Now, this isn't a frame, but I turned it into a frame with a little punch. Okay, let me go get our giveaway set up. Let me get it set up for today. If you would like to win today's tag, one time over in the chat box, I want you to type in honor of our sentiment today, type in hashtag thanks, hashtag THANKS. It does need to look exactly like it does on screen. You need the hashtag, no spaces. If you do happen to see that you have added a space or spelled something wrong, retype it in so that you get your entry, but there is no reason to spam the chat with it because each username does only get one entry into the giveaway. You have about 1 minute and 45 seconds left, so I will play some music while you get those in. Thank you, Lisa, for the super chat. Thank you, sister. Oh, some of you might have heard that Linda decided to come and join us. And then Linda asked about how she's doing. So last year she did have some trouble with her ear. It got filled up with fluid and her ear is not the same, but she is okay. They've each been there kind of for some pukey stuff, but they're okay now. They're just chunky. They have to go on diets. Okay, guys, let's find out who is going to win today's tag. Good luck to everyone. Remember, if you do win today's tag, you need to remember what it says your username is on screen, and you will fill out the form, which is at the bottom of my description box. You have 24 hours to fill that out. Make sure that you do fill it out within 24 hours. I will not follow up with anybody for them to claim their tags. So if you don't feel like giving me your information for being a winner, please do not enter to win. But let's go ahead and find out who the lucky winner is today for the tag, for the day 3 tag. Good luck, everyone. Let's see if we can get that drum roll to line up. Nope. Chris, congratulations, Chris. If I were you, right after this live stream is over, I would go ahead and go fill out that form. Again, you can find it at the very bottom of the description box. And I do see Susan needs some ideas to calm down. I was going to say deep breaths too. Yes, definitely take some deep breaths. All right. I'm going to see if my kitty cat will let me put her down and not meow at me. No, she doesn't want to. Okay. Let me do one final check of our likes. See if we happen to get over 175. We got to 182, you guys. We did it. So that means I get to draw 6 names today for bubblegum bonuses. So let me get those dots written down. Don't forget, if you are here on the replay, you can answer today's poll in the description box below and type hashtag bonus in your comment. Yeah. Okay. I need to put Lyndon down now. Look, there she is. I don't know if you can see her up in the corner, but she needs to go be put down. Here. Okay. We'll do our poll. Let me go get that ready for our bonus. The hashtag bonus is for our friends who are on the replay, so you don't need to type that right now into the chat. Okay, if you would like to be added to today's bubblegum bonus from the live stream, what you'll need to do one time in the chat, type in hashtag bubble, hashtag BUBBLE. Again, same things as the hashtag before. You don't need to spam the chat with it, but do make sure that you type it in correctly at least once so you get your entry. And as the chat slows down, if you do have any final questions for me, go ahead and put those over in the live chat box and make sure to type question in all caps in front of your message so that I can easily star that to answer later. But you might want to wait until the chat slows down because those bubbles are flying by. Let's see, we got about 1.5 minutes, so we'll do a little bit more music. Oh, Lyndon said something right there at the end. So Lyndon says hi to everybody here in the video. All right, guys, I'm just going to go make sure that it is just 6 names we're pulling. Did we get to 200? We did not. So I will be pulling 6 names because we went over 175 for the bubblegum bonus. So good luck to everyone, and let's get those picked. The first name today will be Judy Bradshaw. Congratulations. And do not forget, unlike the daily tags, you can have your name in the bubblegum bonus machine more than once. So you are always free, if you are here, to put your name in for these. There is no limit. The second name going into the bubblegum bonus machine is Peggy Carty. Congratulations, Peggy. The third name today will be, and don't forget, there's nothing you have to do to claim these bubblegum bonuses. They will just go into the end of the month drawing or the end of the series drawing for either one of those pink and main tags or for extra entries into the giveaway. And Susan really needed this bubblegum bonus today with all the stuff she has been through. Congratulations, Susan. Hopefully your heart rate has slowed down a little bit by now. And I think I saw you said the officers were going to come take a statement. Congratulations, Susan. Let's see, the fifth name going in today is Patricia Fulgham. Congratulations, Patricia. And I think, too, I saw, Patricia, that you upgraded your membership. So your name will also be going into the bubblegum bonus machine for upgrading membership. The penultimate name going in today will be Vicki Elkins. Congratulations. And the final name, let me make sure we did not go up over 200. No, 183. All right, the final name going in today will be, here we'll go, wait, we're a little too late for a drum roll. I can't get back over there. Final name today is Beth, Mom of 3. Congratulations. All right. Don't forget, you don't have to do anything to really claim those, but if you were the lucky winner of the tag today, you do need to claim that, and you have 24 hours. So make sure you will need to remember what it said your username was on screen, what the tag looked like, which day you won. And again, that link is all the way at the bottom of the description box below. Get in any final questions that you might have. And why don't you let me know if you have been here since I got on and said hello until now. I want you to put a 10 over in that chat box if you have been here the whole time. And if you're here on replay and you've watched the whole thing, you can put a 10 down in that comment section below. All right, Catherine has been here. Let's see, Stephanie, Teresa. They are, oh my goodness, they are flying by faster than I can keep up. Susan, thank you so much. And whether you would have put a 1 over in the chat or a 5 or a 10, thank you so much for being here, because live streams are not the same if it's just me talking to the camera and nobody in the audience. So I always love to have you here. I will be back again tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Central for day 4. Don't forget, you can find many important links down in the description box below. I will update that visual supply list link as soon as I can. I'm probably going to go have some lunch, and then while that is cooking, I will try to get that link updated so it's correct. But I do have individual links down in the description box below. Some of those are affiliate links, which means I get a small portion of the sale at no extra cost to you. I always say use your stash if you can, but if you are going to go shopping, it is always appreciated when you use affiliate links of any of your favorite creators. All right. Oh, yes, on to Yvette. Yes. So Yvette will be going live in just a little over 10 minutes. And if you have on autoplay on my video, it should automatically redirect you to her stream. So it might pop up something saying, do you want to go to Yvette's channel? And you can click yes. Now, if it doesn't happen to, you can search for her channel, Yvette Olea Creates, or if you're a subscriber and refresh your screen, it should say that she's live, but that'll be just a little bit longer. You can go over and see. She has a lot of the same calendars I do, but she also has the Spellbinders Stitchmas, so you will get to see some different gifts if you go over there. And I probably will watch along while I am eating, but I might not be in the chat because I got to take care of some other stuff. So I don't know how chatty I'll be, but I'm definitely going to come over and see what she creates. Let's see if we have any final questions. Oh, Teresa, good luck at cardiac rehab. All right, guys. Until then, now you'll have some time to go get a drink or use the potty if you need to before Yvette's stream. And I hope to see you all back here tomorrow. Don't forget to smash that like button if you haven't already. And until then, I hope you're having a crafty day, guys. Bye-bye.